What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and this is really tilted. I gotta fix this. Oh, too much tilt. Okay, that's better. Okay, so don't mind me, it's kind of cold. It's a really rainy day. But yeah, anyway, welcome back to my channel. Clearly I'm having struggles right now. So I had a couple videos last season where I just kind of gave tips and little tricks for being able to compete for like cheaper. So I decided what I want to do is redo those, because I think I had maybe 2 videos. I want to redo those 2 videos and start a little mini series. Siri, what are you doing? Siri literally thought I just said, and starts a little bees. What? Whatever. Anyway, I want to redo those 2 videos and start a little mini series, just tips and tricks for maybe first-time competitors, or if you've already competed, maybe things that you might want to reconsider. So that's what we're gonna do, and today is gonna be the first video in this new little series. So let's get started. Today I want to talk about, are you ready to compete? So this is mostly for first-time competitors or people who are maybe considering competing but don't really know much about it. These are just a few things that I think you need to think about before you even decide if you want to compete. So first thing, how long have you been working out? And when I say working out, I don't mean doing cardio only or, you know, doing at-home circuits. I mean seriously, working out. How long have you been lifting? How long have you been going hard in the gym? Just how long? If you answer a year, then, or less even, maybe you want to take some more time, build some more muscle, and see how far you can take your physique and your body in general. If you answer, you know, 2 years or longer, then I'd say, yeah, go ahead, go for it. Give competing a try. Your first show is never going to be your best show, and there's always room to improve. Your first show is pretty much just for the experience only. So if you've been working out for 2 or more years, definitely I say go ahead, go for it. And if you are one of those people who answered a year or maybe less, then keep working out, keep going for it. If this is something you know you want to do, just keep doing what you're doing for like another year, another 6 months, and then, you know, come back to the idea, because the stage is always there. So the second thing you might want to consider is your mentality. Mentally, are you ready? So are you happy with your body the way it is? Because prep is a really long, exhausting, and hard journey. You're gonna see your body go through a lot of changes, and honestly, post-show is harder than prep. You're putting yourself through all this work, all this dieting, to see yourself get down to such a lean, unmaintainable, I have to add, body fat, body weight, physique, whatever you want to call it. You're putting in all this work to get down to such a low point, and then you have to watch yourself come back from that. Go back to being quote unquote normal. And that's hard, that's rough. So you have to really be happy with your body the way it is before you even begin prep. And if you can't do that, then you need to work on that first. That's the first thing that needs to be in check before you start any prep. You need to be happy with your body the way it is. You need to love yourself. Because if you can't do that, then you're going to have a much harder time in prep. Once you're done with your show, basically you're just gonna go into this like downward spiral, and it's not worth it. And what goes along with that is, can you handle criticism well? You're putting yourself on stage to be judged on your body and the way it looks. How well are you going to handle that criticism? Now, like I said, your first show is mainly for experience, so it's not to be expected that you're going to handle everything perfectly, but I will say my first show, when I asked for judges' feedback, I did not handle that feedback very well, not well at all. The judge basically told me that I should have done more cardio, like 2 hours a day, and just some things that I did not agree with. So I didn't handle that criticism very well. I got very angry and not necessarily down on myself because I already knew I could have done better, but I wasn't happy, let's just put it like that. And you have to be able to handle that criticism. If you can't handle it, you don't want to run the risk of having that criticism turn into negative self-thoughts. Because if you allow it to turn into negative self-thoughts and take it out on yourself, then again, you're not in for anything good. So you need to be able to handle criticism well, because that's what this sport is. That's what competing is. You're being compared to other girls your height who put in just as much hard work as you did, who have different body types than you do, and you just have to be able to handle whatever is thrown at you. You have to be able to handle the criticism. Just kind of, brush it off. Take it as, okay, this is what I need to work on. Well, let's work on it and not beat yourself up about it. The third thing that you might want to consider is what your support system looks like. How many people do you have supporting you? How many people do you have who accept what you've decided to do? I have a great support system. My family, they don't really understand the whole competition world. They don't understand the whole bodybuilding thing, but they're supportive. Kevin is he's the best husband I could ask for. And he's competed himself, so he knows what the process is like and what I go through every single day. It doesn't matter if the people that support you don't understand the process that you're going through, but as long as they support you, you're gonna need some kind of support system, because you're gonna have days where you don't feel like doing what you're supposed to be doing, or you don't feel like sticking to your diet, or you don't feel like working out when you have no real reason to not. You have to have someone there to kick you in the butt. To kick you in the butt when it gets hard. Because if you don't, those are the days when you're lacking motivation the most, and you're not going to be able to kick yourself in the butt. Let's put it that way. Social media is also a great form of support. You can find people who are going through the same things that you're going through. You can find support anywhere. Just find some kind of support system. It will help. Are you financially ready is the fourth thing you should consider. Competing costs a lot, from the organization, cards that you have to be able to compete in the show entry fees, the crossover fees if you're doing more than one class, like open bikini and bikini novice. Your suit itself, suits can range from $200 to $700 depending on, how many crystals you want on it, the design, who made the suit. Shoes are usually a little bit cheaper. They're like $20 to $40. You can find them on Amazon, or the Shoe Fairy makes some great shoes. Those are a little more expensive, but they're gorgeous. And then how many shows you want to do that season. Competing costs a lot, and I'll be the first to admit, we have trouble making it work sometimes, but last year we used our tax returns so we could compete, and not all of it, clearly, but it did help. You just have to have that money from somewhere, whether you work some more hours at work or find another job, or, it's expensive. Bottom line, it's expensive. And if you're not willing to spend that money, then it's not worth it. You don't have to compete to be fit and healthy. You don't have to compete to inspire other people. And this is kind of tying into my last point. Why do you want to compete? If you're gonna compete, do it for yourself. Do it because you want a challenge, or you want to see how far you can push yourself, or you just want to do it for fun. Don't compete because you see everyone on social media competing, because you could compete because everyone else is, and you could absolutely hate it. Some people compete and they hate it and they never do it again. After my first show, I wasn't sure I was gonna do it again. But, okay, my camera died, so I'm gonna finish this off on my phone real quick, guys. Just don't compete because other people are competing. Don't compete because you think that it's gonna bring you some type of like Instagram fame or something. Don't do it for anyone else. Do it for yourself. If you're doing it for other people, then you're just gonna be miserable. Like, why are you even doing it? You're gonna complain, you're gonna hate it. Like, bottom line is, do it for yourself. And it looks like I'm not wearing a shirt, so let's fix that. Just do it for yourself, and then it'll definitely be worth it. There are so many different reasons to step on stage, whether it's, like I said, you want to give yourself a challenge, or maybe you've lost some weight and you want to show it off. Like, cool. Those are all reasons to do it for yourself. So just do it for yourself and you'll be happy. And I'm going to stop rambling because I think I've said that like 5 times now. Okay. So that is going to be it for this first video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped some of you. And I will see you in the next one. Okay? Bye.